Hi guys and welcome to the Banner Saga. Now this is a relatively new indie game. This won't be a let's play because I'm not going to play all the way through it. This game isn't the best for that. This will be more of a let's show because I just want to show you guys how awesome this game is and convince you guys to go play this for yourself. Now the first thing to really catch your eye on this game is a beautiful art style. So as you might have noticed, I'm recording this in 1080p because the art style just demands it. Now, I don't know if any of you guys know Dungeons & Dragons, the tabletop game, but it's a lot like that. It's really story driven, there's a lot of text, a lot of decision making, it's a long epic adventure. And there's actual gameplay, which is turn-based strategy style, akin to stuff like Final Fantasy Tactics or more like Fire Emblem. So I'm going to show you the beginning and really show what it's all about, and hopefully I can convince you to play it for yourself. So I'm going to start a new game, normal difficulty, and I'm going to shut up through the intro. The story in the Banner Saga changes based on the choices you make. You will occasionally switch between lead characters, witnessing the story unfold from different perspectives. I will just read the text. The gods are dead. In their wake, men and giants survived to a tenuous alliance, driving black destroyers called Dredge deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped. The sun. Now it's a really dark story, as you can probably tell.
Að sjá dreggjana á ferli neðan vor. It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds.
So there's a lot of this scenery.
We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
They get owned! Okay, so we've now arrived at the tutorial level. And I mean, that intro, that was spectacular. Alright. No, so yeah, the art style is amazing. The story is quite dark. There are these long stretches where you can see your team walking across the waves. And sometimes there are cutscenes. There are few and far in between, but that's a polar bear. I hadn't noticed that before. But this is the tutorial level, so I'm going to walk you through the combat. You've arrived just in time. The chieftain in red and his men are now looking for a tougher fight than they bargained for. Click and drag around the screen to see your surroundings. Click checkmark to continue. Alright, easy enough. Okay. Each porters show the order of initiative, taking turns from left to right. Your allies are blue, the enemy is red. It's your turn to act. Movement happens before action. The ring shows your shield banger is active. The blue tiles around him show where you can move. Some characters fill more tiles than others. The horned allies are a race of giants called Varl, who take up 4 tiles each, while humans fill a single tile. This can have a huge impact on your strategy. Click the tile where you want him to move, check mark confirm, move the shield banger here to get him in attack range. So we're going to do that, move. To target an enemy, click the tile on which they stand. Allied has a blue, the enemy is red. Target the enemy now by clicking his tile. You can, okay, and this is the interesting part about the combat. You can choose to either attack the enemy's strength or break his armor. The numbers beneath each icon, 2 and 5, show the damage you can do to that stat. Strength counts as both health and damage. Loss of 2 strength means you'll now do 2 less damage. If strength falls to 0, the character falls in battle. So that's interesting, the more damage you do to the guy, the less damage he can inflict upon you. Armor blocks strength damage, but can be reduced by a break attack. By breaking armor you open it up to take more damage in the future. If the enemy only has 5 strength remaining, a strength attack will kill him. Click the fist now, blah blah blah, confirm your choice. So I'm going to attack him. And I gain 1 renown. He's down. Each time you make a kill, your renown grows, which is used later on to improve your characters. After taking an action, your turn ends. Next up is the enemy. Turns always alternate, even if you're outnumbered. Now this is a thing that also takes some... It really took, at least for me, some getting used to. Because turns alternate. I move a character, he moves a character. Because on Fire Emblem you move all your characters. You can really plan out your strategy before the enemy can move his characters. But it's something different. Despite it being full strength, the Chieftain will do little damage against your shield banger's high armor. Now it's your Warhawk's turn. He appears to be out of range of these enemies, but all characters can use willpower to boost their actions. Willpower is a limited resource, so use it wisely. So willpower is another little strategy. Something. It's quite interesting. By clicking the gold tile, the character can move further than usual at the cost of 1 will power per gold tile. Red pulsing tiles beneath your enemy shows how close you'll have to get to be in range. Move your Warhawk into attack range now. So we're going to move for 2 willpower. Standard attacks only affect a single enemy, but your Warhawk has a special ability that gives him a unique advantage. Click your Warhawk's tile to access his ability. So he can do a Tempest attack. The description of the ability will appear in the tooltip below. The Warhawk's Tempest allows him to slam multiple enemies at once. Select an enemy and then confirm your choice. So click and... Haha! Nice. That made quick work of the Chieftain's bodyguard. When there's only 1 player left, players enter Pillage mode. During Pillage, each character moves in order and there are no more guaranteed turns. Check the initiative to see how the order has changed. Your allies now get to move twice in a row. If a character does not move in his turn, he can rest to regain 1 willpower. The Chieftain will rest his turn, which is a terrible decision, because he will be dead this turn. Yeah, looks like the Chieftain is in some trouble. Your shieldbanger won't be able to finish his job with a normal attack, but willpower can be used to boost your damage. Click the Chieftain's tile to attack. So he has 9 damage, but I only do 8. 9 health, I mean. Click the fist, then the stars above the fist will add willpower. The number of stars available each turn are determined by your exertion stat. As you can see, I have 1 exertion. You'll see the damage number go up as you add willpower. Click a star and then a green check mark to kill this enemy. So 1 star, boosts up to 9, and... So that's basic damage, basic combat. Victory. I love the animation.
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and Var slaughter each other, even before the dreads arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more dreads to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. A dozen families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade. Quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his last. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows a new head. I'm in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
So, chapter 1, only the sun has stopped. So, that was a tutorial. There will be... I'm sorry for all the reading, might be a little bit boring, but... No, I'll try not to do it that much in the coming battle. You are approached by a familiar man who walks in step with you as you are leaving the Great Hall. He cuts to the chase. Arix, Steward of Strand. I manage the governor's business. Eubin, isn't it? It is. The governor tells me you'll be giving us a hand. I'm always nice in these kind of games. What did you have in mind? Scalflings that you didn't hack up in the Great Hall scattered after you took out the chieftain. The governor just wants to make sure they stay down. Was hoping you'd join me at the marketplace by the docks. If there's anyone left to worry about, I know who can tell us. So, this is the city. You can usually click on a couple of places, but now only the market is selectable. So, let's go to the market. Let me handle this. You meander through rows of open-faced houses and eroded stalls. Colored canvases flap at your briny current. One in particular blanches as you approach. Hat, I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to an idiot. The Scalfling's chieftain bled out an hour ago, Hat. So when you tell me what rat anus the rest of them crawled back into, nobody's going to try to kill you this time. They don't talk to me. Let's see. I don't have patience for this. Hat sweats visibly, fumbling with some dirty trinkets on his table. Wait, just buy one of these. If everyone thinks I'm getting worked over every week, how am I supposed to know much? Just a little food money, yeah? Intimidate him, pay him. I'll pay him. You toss a sliver of silver on the table. Both men look at you with surprise. Hat gestures meekly to a variety of junk from his stall. Take whatever you like. Only thing I'd like is the name of a place. Nobleman, up by East Wall. But that was months ago, last I know. Hat skulks away with a wave of Arix's hand, gathering things from his hovel, disappearing for a while until this blows over, you figure. Your body sharp steps forward. Are we done here? Gunnulf, were you wearing green back at the Great Hall? No, just bought them while you were walking around. Why? You look like a frog. No, just going to compliment him. I'm glad you care. Gunnulf goes off to look at more stalls. Aric, that man of yours seemed unreliable at best. A blind dog wouldn't trust Hat, but he used to be Scalfing. If they're licking their wounds, they've probably gone to old haunts, not new ones. Nobleman is a meat hall? Best I can tell, the name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of these skulls in the ground. I'm going to fight him. I'll meet you there. Shouldn't we have an approach of some sort? What a luxury. Come on, you've already mopped up worse today. Just make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual tithe. I'll remind him. Alright, so now we can go to the meat house. You arrive in front of what must be noblemen. A few minutes later Aric appeared, with a weather-beaten man introduced as a Valgard. I'll point him out, Aric says over his shoulder. Ready? Let's get this over with. That's the spirit, says Valgard. Okay, here we go. Valgard boots the front door open so hard it won't close again without repair. As you enter the hall, Aric is already at the head of a table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed drunken Scalflings scramble to find their own weapons, turning table and meat steins in the process. Alright, so we're now at the second battle. Deal with a couple of guys. I'm going to move this guy closer to the rest of them. And ready. Battle. I've got this new guy, let's see. It's Shield Wall. Adds 1 armor to allies and himself while adjacent. And Stone Wall. Okay, so next in line is this guy. I'm going to move him now up to here. And end my turn. Alright. Arik is the support character, so I'm going to leave him now near the other ones, at the back. And I'm going to move... let's see who's next. Okay, I'm going to move this guy over here to protect Arik. And put in the warlock in the middle. So we can put up a little shield wall. Alright. Oh, that is some damage. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm going to attack with this guy. Oh, I can actually kill him in one strike. The game gets really hard later on, but... Gotcha! Alright, this guy actually does 8 damage. He's not doing so well. I'm just going to let him go to the back and rally the other forces. Like this guy. Alright. Form a stone wall with this guy and attack him. I'm just going to break his armor with some willpower. Because we're not doing too much damage to him. Alright. Put him here. The warlock's a strong one. Nah, I'll hit my buddy. Just attack him. Alright, 11 damage. Kablamo! Okay, every time my shield banger gets hit, he retaliates with 1 shield damage, so that's good. Just going to put this guy here, because I don't want him attacking my warlock, and activate my stone wall ability. So he can go into defensive mode. Yeah, that didn't do too much. Rally this guy. And he resists all damage. That's great. Alright. One more shield bash. Okay, now we can start doing damage to this guy. Oh, he attacked this guy. Okay. I can't get in close enough to do my special ability. I'm gonna put this guy here. Doesn't matter. And... yeah, 6 damage. And he damaged the other guy because of his special ability. Ow. Damn you. Okay, let's see what we can do. Okay, this guy can use 2 willpower to boost his damage up to 6 and... there we go. Ah, this isn't good. Okay, he could use some battle. And... kablam! Alright, we're doing good so far. Getting into trouble. This guy doesn't have much armor left. Do that. Alright, let's use our Tempest. Yeah, that's the thing. Doesn't do that much because he's going to die. Let's move him up here and let him kill off this guy. You are next. You move up here. To willpower, great, we can actually finish him off. He's stronger than I thought. Yeah, that guy fell in battle. There's no permadeath, so we're still fine. Use 1 willpower to get in closer. And finish off this guy. And you enter pillage mode. Alright, so you retaliated because he's shield banger with 1 shield damage. Get this guy in close, form a shield wall with my buddy, and kill him off. So yeah, I'm not good at this game. I've never been great at strategy, but the foe lies dead. Blah, couldn't see that. Okay, so a couple of promotions. And renown. Alright, this is all I'm going to show for you today. It shows, no, the battles are a lot more interesting than I've shown them to be, but I've never been good at strategy games. So I urge you to all check out this game. It was on Kickstarter. I think it's on Steam now. So if you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. And see you on the next video. Bye guys.